What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here coming to you from Burbank, California.
Universal City.
Universal City?
I think technically Universal City.
We are literally like 2 minutes away from Universal Studios.
I'm pretty sure this is considered Burbank.
But it says
Burbank.
Universal City everywhere.
Well, anyways, we're from SoCal. Coming to you from SoCal with your Nerdout and Workout podcast.
Yes, we are.
Where we nerd out and work out and podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the WB Tour Studio Tour thing that we did today, what we're actually doing here. And we are joined today by fellow co-owner, Coach Kilo.
Hi!
And the man behind the camera, usually, Mango, a.k.a. Adrienne.
How's it?
How's it?
I don't know what else to say as
How's
an
it,
intro.
bro?
So,
how's it, bro?
Catch you guys up on, we're actually going to air this the week after this whole, maybe even this weekend. I don't know. I'm kind of on this binge right now, posting all these episodes. But today, tonight, what we just did was we dropped off our fellow member, Adrienne Jose, who got on American Ninja Warrior. So she's going to be doing the American Ninja Warrior course for season 11 tonight at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like 9:22.
No joke. So she has to be on the lot at 9:30. We have to be there at 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to make sure everyone's there, or Kilo has to make sure everyone's there. I don't know why
You're
she
team captain.
so
Why the fuck do I?
You're doing attendance when you get
Do
there.
it!
You are still getting attendance.
So apparently I'm never stopping to work. So that's what we're doing, and we have time to kill. And we decided to do an episode today.
I mean, why not, right? Like,
I mean, it's not like we can be sleeping because we're going to be up till 3 a.m.
I mean, hey,
we're here. Let's
we're
do
doing this for you guys, for all the listeners. Because
And if you're watching, all the viewers.
all the viewers
Viewers.
at home,
Yeah.
like,
or at work.
Or at work.
or at work,
Or in the car.
commute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please like us.
Radio station.
Subscribe to our
Or
podcast
don't
channel.
like us, I don't know. You don't have to
Subscribe to our YouTubes.
like us.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit the
when
notification
you wanna
bell.
know every time we upload a new content or video.
Please follow us at Nerdout and Workout on the Instags.
Please.
And the Faceballs.
It doesn't have much followers right now, but
The book of face.
one follower at a time. We're gonna spread this nerd out and workout culture, this movement. So please add us with 10 other accounts.
Just create a shitload
Yeah,
of
just
them.
create
and
a
do
shitload.
that.
Just
Help us.
Just spam it.
But yeah, share us and all that fun stuff. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about oh, by the way, my voice is really fucked. So that's happening. I have my lemonade and stuff. And Kilo has the same thing. And maybe Mango in the near future.
Let's
Close to
not
you.
go
As close as I
there.
am with you two right now, yeah, probably.
Yeah!
I'm in proximity
Mention
of
that.
getting sick right now.
Next episode, how to contain the
How
cold.
to not get sick.
All right, so
Don't ride in a car with people who are sick for 5-6 hours. up and
yeah,
down.
and then going back, circulating air. So we're gonna talk about the WB tour because a lot of people always wonder how it is. They always ask, especially when I don't know if you guys experienced this. I'm talking about the listeners and the viewers who are, you see this picture of people who are, for all you Friends fans who are like, oh my God, where'd you get that picture? Where'd you get that picture? So this is Coach Kilo's first time to go on the WB tour. Hats off to Mango who actually pulled the trigger and actually bought us the tickets. Because we were just like, what do we do today? We have so much time to do other stuff, and it was raining all day.
So we couldn't go back to Universal. That was the original plan.
Right? Yeah, that was the original plan was to go to Universal, but it
Rain.
was raining.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
all
It
day.
was fucking raining.
It was
And
raining
it was
all day.
super continuous. It didn't stop. It
It didn't
kept
stop till like what? After
raining.
dinner.
Yeah.
It sucked ass. So what we decided was we did the WB tour, and it was fucking fun.
It was awesome.
You guys, thoughts? Let's go with Kilo first. Your first thoughts, because I know you wanted to do the Friends picture and you wanted to get on that set. So what were your thoughts on this?
Besides it being really, really, really rainy, because you're sitting in like an open golf cart looking thing, so there's like no windows, no doors, and it was just wet. It was freaking wet.
Very, very moist.
A lot of people
Moist.
don't like that word, so I'm not going to use it.
Moist.
Stop.
Moist.
Stop.
Moist.
Oh my god.
Moist.
Stop, please.
Moist.
Moist.
You can say moist?
Moist.
Minced.
Continue.
Go on.
Continue with your moist explanation.
Anyway, man, it was just kind of cool, like going on set, because there was always that possibility that you like might see somebody famous, or you might just see somebody like walking by. Like,
And we totally did.
Yeah.
get like a glimpse of like Ellen shooting, because I think she was shooting at that time that
Yeah,
we were
Conan and
doing
Ellen were
it.
shooting at the time.
Conan
And I
was
was
shooting?
like,
Yes.
Oh, shoot,
I was so
didn't know that.
excited.
Yeah, I saw the audience walking.
So it was pretty cool just to kind of just see the lot in general, because I've only seen like maybe pictures of it, or that Warner Brothers things that comes on before the movies and stuff like that with the wave pattern. You can see some of the sound stages, but I didn't know that it was super big, like 110 acres of land and all those sound stages and stuff.
Were you not paying attention?
I was trying not to get any more moist.
He
than
wasn't on
already
the
was.
tour, apparently. He
Moist.
didn't get with us. That's fine.
I was singing Jurassic Park theme song going through the park.
But yeah, the thing that I was most excited for was just Friends, because I am totally a Friends fanatic, and I fangirled so hard anytime I saw the word Friends. Like, we passed by their soundstage that they dubbed the Friends stage. It's on an official plaque. On
Why
the
did they dub it the
outside.
Friends stage?
Oh God, isn't that true?
Why did they dub it the Friends
They
stage?
filmed 9 of the 10 episodes there.
Seasons.
Yeah,
Not 10
seasons. Huh? No, the first one was at a different
Yeah,
stage.
because Full
Oh.
House was still shooting.
See, he was paying
I wasn't paying
attention.
Okay.
Selective paying attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they filmed 9 of the 10 seasons at that stage, and so they dubbed it the Friends stage. They have their own little plaque on
Which
the
stage
outside.
was the curse stage?
Oh my God.
28. No, wait.
No, because they had
27?
2 28s. 13.
No, 13 was the one that they skipped because it was like 12.
Was it 21?
14.
There were several sound stages on the lot, and one was a cursed sound. They called it a cursed sound stage because every show that filmed in that sound stage got canceled in the first season. What stage number was it?
29.
No,
27.
You're closer now.
28?
26.
Because then you said 29. I said 20.
23. Sound stage 23 is the cursed stage. Which one is the lucky one?
7.
Yeah, stage 7.
The three
Three
academies.
One
Oscars.
Oscars.
Three
Oh, yeah.
3 Oscars.
And it was like My
the
Fair
first
Lady and
Casablanca
Casablanca.
and
Some other old stuff.
But yeah, like during that day, there was some legit filming going on. Like Ellen was rolling, Conan was rolling.
yeah.
It was amazing. We got to see Conan's audience members
Which ones were those?
walking.
They were the one in
They're
the
just like random
ponchos.
people walking.
There was like
Oh,
a
the
line
hordes of people.
the
those are-
horde
yeah.
of people in ponchos, like
Yeah.
following one dude into a soundstage. That was the Conan audience.
Oh, I didn't even know that was him. I thought they were just like extras for that other movie.
No,
the
he even said
Arrow
that. He was
movie.
like, "Oh yeah, those are Conan's audiences walking back or something like
The
that."
sound system was bad where I was sitting. Yeah.
We're
Well,
sitting
I mean,
back.
we sat pretty much virtually everywhere on that
We
tram.
really did.
It was like musical chairs.
It was musical chairs because
People couldn't decide where they wanted to sit.
people, if you're gonna go on this tour, you can't commit to a seat because like people are gonna like array. They seat it in seats of 3, rows of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're coming in a group of like
Four, five.
it's gonna be 4 or 5. You might be broken up sometimes because there's gonna be other people who are like groups of 2 who just want to stay together, or groups of it's a free for all. Just be ready for that.
Because you get off the tram at certain places.
Yeah.
So they'll allow you to like get off of the tram, you'll tour something, and then when you get back on the tram, people will just sit wherever. Like, so they just jump on a seat.
Like the tram etiquette is not. an
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no tram etiquette.
application. Yeah, I mean, I think there's etiquette. Like it's like when you're on a school bus.
I mean, there's etiquette, but there was no tram etiquette.
No, there's no
today.
tram. That's what I'm saying. There's no tram etiquette. Like you're on a school bus.
It was just the one particular group that was there. It's like they had like 7 people on that tour, but 3 people always insisted on sitting together, and then 2 people always insisted on sitting in the front.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. But then one of them got really wet.
anyway, we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about us.
Yeah, I'm so bitter.
Just be ready. Just be ready for that because
You
you
might be
know
so ready
you're
for
gonna
your
come
party.
into this tour. You want to like. I went onto this tour. This is my second time doing it. The first time I did it was me and Giselle, and we always just stayed together. We were that couple. But from what I've
Did you
gathered,
sit in the front?
no, he sat like in the back. Like I don't like sitting in the front.
The party's always in the back.
Giselle likes sitting in the front. Like, excuse me.
Bless
Yeah,
you.
Giselle likes sitting in the front. I don't like doing that. I like being in the back, just chilling.
So just some rainy day tips for you.
Oh,
I don't know
dude.
where people were buying ponchos, but ponchos are probably a good idea
That was
because
weird.
the seats are super wet. What's really nice is your tour guides will provide towels for you to be able to like wipe the seats down. But other than that, you're on your own as far as that's concerned. This is a wet ride when it's raining.
What happened a lot too was because we're moving and it was like raining. Sometimes if you stop somewhere, the rain would just kind of pile up in the gutters on top.
Oh, on top of the...
Yeah, and so the moment like we turn, or the moment we move, you just see like waterfalls.
If you sit in the front, right, you're going to get soaked.
Yeah.
Front right, you're going to get soaked.
Right. But other than that, I think the first like Friends thing, or maybe the second Friends thing that we saw after the their dedicated stage was the Geller house. So they talked about the episode,
we saw the
flashback episode where Monica and Rachel are getting ready for prom, and Chip Matthews bails out on Rachel, so Ross fills in to be her prom date, only to find out that Chip ends up coming back, and all the other stuff. So you can actually see the staircase where they were pretty much filming like majority of that shot.
Yeah,
so
it was pretty
fucking amazing. Cool. I wish we could have gone down and like.
But they were loading for another another filming.
What was filming there? It was like a show. It was like a thing.
They had a lot of different things.
There was like hella trailers.
AJ and something, and
then they were shooting the timepiece. Like a lot of people from like dressed up like jerseys.
Oh yeah, that wasn't a WB thing though. They just rented.
That was for the day.
Yeah, they rented the.
What set did we see? We didn't get to, because usually we get to see Big Bang and Ellen, but
we saw the.
They were rolling.
We saw the
one for All American.
Yeah, that's the
when
biggest
we went
one.
into the 27.
Crenshaw to Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
You guys have no idea what we're talking about right now. Like, it's just all mumbo jumbo right now.
If you watch All American, it's
like a show that I guess they're kind of worried that they didn't get picked up, so we get to tour their set. All the other cool sets that we wanted to tour, we couldn't tour them because they're actually doing work. So we're like, aw. Okay. All American, yeah.
It was cool though because we saw the transition from like in the same building you have like a house, like a person's personal house.
Yeah.
And then like you walk around a corner and you're in like the middle of like a
locker room at
high school.
Yeah.
And you walk one more corner, you're outside in like in a hallway.
Those sets reminded me of like Saved by the Bell. Those scenes.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's like it's like that.
It was pretty cool. And then, towards the end of the tour, like my favorite part was getting to see the actual like Central Perk set. Oh my god, it was amazing.
It was like an exact replica. It was like an exact set.
It was so amazing. You walk in and then you got to sit on the couch and take pictures. I bought one of the pictures because it shows exactly how excited I am. We'll insert it right here.
If you're watching the video, it's been inserted. If you're listening to it, you probably won't see it.
Well, we'll link it somehow.
Yeah, check our Instagram because it'll be posted on Instagram.
Put it on the SGs.
And if you come into the gym, I'm gonna find a nice frame for it and I'm gonna put it up because it's totally like we're all dressed up in our HSC gear, but we're totally we're totally like nerding out on the couch. Is a set of friends. Oh my god, it was fucking amazing.
Shout out to Coach Tim because Kilo's wearing the HSC Ollie Squad Shadow Squad shirt.
With Tim, right in the pig.
Right in the pig. It was so good. Totally worth it.
It was like it was the best. It was the best Friends experience ever. Like so, if you're a huge fan, you need to go.
There was a lot of they peppered in a lot of Friends references.
I think that was like the primary thing because they're talking about like now. Yeah. All the sound stages there are mostly TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
because it used to just be all movie, right?
I mean before. Yeah. But then there's also like a lot of people who come off from like other studios like, hey, can you use your sound stage, whatever. We use that for movies, like what they said, The Perfect Storm.
Yeah.
Like
like that tall ass.
Yeah, the tall building. Yeah. But I know they said their primary stuff they filmed there are TV shows.
I think in the beginning of the tour guide was like, oh, like, what are some of your favorite WB stuff? And I think Friends was up there. Prominent. Like, I think, a lot of people
Friends
were
and Harry
about
Potter.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying it, so I think that's maybe how he directed his tour a little bit more. Because, seeing all that stuff was fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah, we got sorted. The sorting hat.
For Harry Potter.
Guess what Kilo got?
Guess.
Guess.
I mean, I was there to have to guess.
Guess. Everyone guessed. It was Slytherin.
The general reaction that I've been getting from this is that people are not surprised, and I don't know what that means.
Me and Adrienne, when the sorting hat said like Slytherin, me and Adrienne were like, yeah,
that's fair.
So
we can't question the sorting hat. Right?
I'm not the biggest like Harry Potter fan. Like I've seen the movies and I think I've read like one of the books, maybe the first one when I was in middle school.
The Revenge of Dumbledore.
No, the first one and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh,
yeah.
Dumbledore Strikes Back.
Dumbledore Strikes Back.
Stupid.
Comes back on a white horse. Is that the one?
Oh, didn't he mention that they actually approached Ian McKellen?
Yeah.
To play Dumbledore, but he turned down the role.
It's too similar.
Because it was too similar.
Yes. Yeah.
So is he suggesting that Gandalf, the Grey, and Dumbledore is
the
same
mindfuck
person?
No, I mean,
that universe.
I think even growing up, just watching the movies.
Burst this bubble for me.
No, I'm just saying. Even growing up watching the movies.
Yes, the answer is
they
yes.
were very similar to me growing up. As like
You shall not pass, Harry Potter.
Why did he sound like Bane?
Yeah.
That was.
Oh yeah, I do a great Bane expression.
That was Bane, man. That wasn't.
You shall not pass, Harry Potter.
Guys,
I'm so torn with
this
belief
is
in
what I've been dealing with, and what I'm going to have to do.
Get out of here! No, it's this guy and his puns. Holy shit! You guys don't know, Mango has like, I would say he's almost the king of puns. He's like the prince of puns right now. He's the prince of puns. Because Steve from Anchor, he has some pretty intense puns.
Prince of puns.
He's very punny. Anyway, so I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter, and I took the Pottermore quiz, just still not even knowing like what kind of questions they were asking me, and so I got sorted into Hufflepuff. Originally, and I didn't know what that meant, and I really don't know what all the houses.
That's
mean
the asthmatic part.
Stuff.
House, half a puff.
See,
I'm gonna fucking punch this guy right now.
See,
I'm gonna punch this guy.
It's half a puff.
Shut up.
Half a puff.
Shut up.
Anyway, so earlier today when we went to, we got sorted. So you sit down on this stool and then
you get this like half-assed
security
guard holding
someone just like holds the hat over your head.
You know what it reminded me of? Like when you're a kid and like you sit down in those toy cars and like a parent just starts shaking the car from behind you trying to make it like a roller coaster.
Like it's like security guard was like, here you go.
Here you go.
I mean, he was kind of into it. He was at least like smiling like super
okay.
Yeah, he was smiling.
Well, the one I had was a long time ago, like 2 years ago.
Like the one we had the same guy, dude.
Yeah, it was the same guy. It was Harold.
Damn it, Harold.
But yeah, so you sit down on the stool and then the guy like shakes the hat. The hat talks and then it sorts you. And a lot of people before us, I want to say like 4 people in front of us, all got sorted into Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I was like, maybe this thing's not like totally accurate. It's just like really random and all that other stuff. And then I sit down and the thing shakes and then it's like Slytherin. And I'd look immediately at their faces and they're like, yeah. And I was still like, I don't know what that means. So start explaining to me what that means because I don't understand what this house is all about.
You have to watch like all.
You gotta watch
8
all.
movies.
I have seen all of them. I still don't understand it.
Okay.
I like that silence, like right after I said it. They were just like.
Talk to John. John's Slytherin.
John is Slytherin.
John is definitely Slytherin.
And he's definitely a Slytherin.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, he actually was on this podcast earlier called. He was on the episode Demystifying Japan.
Yeah.
So he was our buddy. He went to Japan, talked about it. And
he demystified Japan.
And he's gonna come back on and talk about something else. But yeah, he's in Slytherin.
About mystifying Japan.
Oh, we're gonna do an episode later
Japan.
about with Castillo about Wonder Woman and ice cream.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
are we doing that one?
Yeah, we're actually
doing ice cream.
No,
yes. It's a very nerdy piece.
It's super touchy and it's hilarious.
It's super touchy with Castillo, and I want to bring this on.
No, but ice cream sounds hella good right now.
Huh?
Well, sorry, even finish this. We'll get some ice cream.
Can you relax, man?
Relax.
Who's slithering around here now, right? Who's slithering?
Aggro this man.
Y'all said ice cream, and I was like, okay, ice cream.
Anyway.
For your information, Mango got sorted into Gryffindor.
Surprisingly, because I did the Pottermore quiz, and I got
Ravenclaw.
And I did a Pottermore quiz. I got Gryffindor,
which is not surprising.
And he's still Gryffindor.
No, well, the last time I did the hat was Gryffindor, and then this time was like Ravenclaw. But I was like, whatever. And then I told my wife, and she goes, haha, you gotta go by what the hat says. Because my wife is like a self-proclaimed Hufflepuff, but she got sorted into Ravenclaw by the Pottermore test and by the hat. But then I was like, okay, if you're holding me to those rules, then what the hat called you also stands. And she goes, never mind.
Well, it's 2019. You can identify whatever you want to be now.
Then I identify,
you can identify as
King Aragon.
Gryffindor.
King Aragon? Aragorn. Which one?
Or Aragorn. Sorry,
Aragorn's a kid one, right?
Oh, yeah. King Aragorn. Because I can command the dead.
Can he? Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Come on!
This Lord of the Rings.
Come on!
It's been a while since
I can't watch this anymore now because now I know what happens.
No, you still
You're not gonna watch it.
You still have
You're
to
right.
go
I'm
through
not.
You need 12 hours to understand what we're talking
You
about.
need 12 fucking hours of this
To understand
oh my
any of these
god.
Lord of the
To
Rings
watch
references.
it. To read it. Oh my god.
Oh, I tried reading the books. Those things are impossible to read.
It's
the way
pretty
they,
intense. It's
the way
very
they wrote
fantasy.
it is it's super fancy.
Very
it's
fantasy.
like
I said
old.
fantasy.
Is it like Shakespeare type stuff? Where
No, it's just
It's lore.
lore and it's very medieval, I guess to say. Like it's very like the words.
It's how it's supposed to be written.
Yeah.
But it's very like you got to be into it.
I tried reading it as like a middle schooler and that was just not happening. I was like a guy who doesn't really read at all, and then I read.
I wouldn't even
Lord of
write.
the Rings
I didn't even want to watch. I didn't even want to read middle school. To Kill a Mockingbird. I was like, shit.
You read that in middle school? I was
I think
high school
so.
for me.
No, I think it was middle school.
This is many years ago.
I don't
for
know.
us.
We had
Either
some
way.
badass teachers.
Yeah.
So. Sorry, what were we talking about?
getting sorted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all
Moving
got
on.
sorted. We all got sorted.
To the next thing.
That was fun.
What are your thoughts, Mango? What was your thing?
I was actually pretty excited going in, and then one of my many bathroom breaks, when I was walking there.
Every stop, Mango went to the bathroom. Like
I have a
every
small
fucking
bladder.
This
stop.
guy, his bladder is like a fucking thimble.
It's like a
Like I don't
camel.
understand.
If you had a bladder of a camel, you would be able to hold it for 3 days.
Opposite of camel. Baby camel.
No, like a fucking squirrel or some shit. I don't know.
That's my attention span as a squirrel. But yeah, when I went to the bathroom, I heard the Animaniacs theme song, and for me, that like was super fun.
It's time for
That raised my stoke so high,
Animaniacs.
just to be like there. And then I had a lot of fun. Like I'm not a huge Friends person, I'm not a huge Harry Potter person, but I was there.
You take that back.
You are giving me the stink.
You
Yeah,
take
it's
that
like-
back right now.
I'm
She
not
was
the
like,
usual
what
one.
the fuck? I shared a tramp for 3 hours with this shit.
Friends.
You never told me?
But I had a lot of fun because I saw a lot of cool stuff. Like the water tower for me was huge because I loved Animaniacs growing up.
That's like the big opening scene.
Yeah, it is
for
the
their-
opening
for
scene.
the
That's where
theme
they
song.
live.
Yeah.
Like when
right
they
there.
when you said mentioned earlier about like, oh, what's your favorite WB thing? I'm like Animaniacs. And like no one really looked at me, batted an eye. I was like, well, fuck y'all then. Like Batman, that's Friends. Animaniacs. But it was also cool because like one of my guilty pleasures is watching Pretty Little Liars. I put that on and saw a bunch of
Yeah, it kind of
scenes from
surprised
that.
me. Like every time you mention Pretty Little
I was like,
Liars,
hey,
Mango pulled out his phone like, ooh, the house, ooh, the high school. I'm like, what?
yeah.
What is that show about?
He just likes the girls.
Are they vampires?
No, it's just like
Vampires? Actually, I wouldn't.
I
doubt
mean,
it.
no, it's not even vampires. They're like really their show's premise is like the show's premise would be destroyed if this girl just minded their own shit, but they don't. So like they had to sneak in everyone
So
else's.
it's just drama.
It's really really drama, and like one of the girls that supposedly died is like trying to send them messages, and the whole series is just them trying to figure out if she's dead, who the hell's sending them the messages and who's messing with their lives.
Ooh.
Vanessa Hudgens is in here?
No, my girl's Shay Mitchell, and then there's
I
other
like her.
girls.
Did you say my girl?
Yeah. I mean,
Shay Mitchell?
yeah.
So your girl. Shay
I mean,
Mitchell.
she don't
You
know
heard it
yet.
here first,
You
ladies
heard
and
it
gentlemen.
First,
She don't know it
ladies
yet.
and gents.
That's why we have to leave the friend stage. Get it? Because friend stage.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking punch this
The friend stage.
motherfucker
I
right
don't
Trying to leave the
appreciate
zone.
these
Stop.
puns about
These
friends.
I'm trying to leave the friend stage. Trying to leave the zone.
now.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyway, I had a hell of fun. I don't even know where to come back after that. Then, the Aquaman stuff is cool because apparently my other nickname is Aqualad at the gym. So seeing all the cool
Aqualad.
Aqualad, if you follow my IG, I made a lot of really bad a lot of bad jokes about it. Sat on Aquaman's throne saying, "Hey, auntie."
Oh my god!
If you
If
watch
you get
Black
that, if you get that stupid reference,
Hey, auntie.
because if you just get it, comment on the Instagram. Send me a fucking DM if you get that fucking reference.
We'll give you a month free membership
Yeah,
if you
fuck it.
understand that reference.
No, Castillo, you can't answer that. Castillo, you can't answer that.
Correct. New members.
New members
only. Because
Castillo, you can't answer that.
God knows you watch
'Cause
that
I know
enough.
Castillo's listening to this. He's gonna answer it. Damn it!
Hey, auntie.
Shut up.
So yeah, it was really cool seeing all that stuff.
I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to see Jason Momoa.
Yeah, we did see him.
Not
I mean,
Or like his pecs.
I mean,
Just like it's the pecs of the figurine.
yeah, I wish we
like
saw Momoa
him.
too.
Who was the? Oh my god! I'm gonna
Just a
punch
little bit
you.
more.
Oh my god! Shut up!
Adrian just keep moving further and further away from Austin because he knows that Austin's gonna get really
I'll
physical
love
with
you.
him pretty soon.
This is why we can't split a
We'll
bed.
choke you
We gotta
out.
have my own bed. He's gonna choke
Choke
me.
you out.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Adrian's not making it home back to NorCal.
Oh, I'm not.
Mike's calling.
Oh, we're in trouble. But
Mike's calling. What's going on?
yeah, it was good. I had a lot of fun. A lot of cool like geeky out things, which is really nice. The clothes from not from Airbnb. Damn it, Kim. From Crazy Rich Asians. That was cool. Seeing the wedding dresses, the Aquafina was wearing, Constance Wu was wearing, Gemma Chan was wearing, the wedding dress.
Gemma
podcasting
Chan
right now.
or Gemma Chan?
Gemma.
Gemma Chan or
Gemma.
Gemma Chan?
Asterisk.
Shout out to all you Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, is it
fans.
Gemma or Gemma? Comment below.
If you guys watch Crazy Rich Asians, you guys love it. They actually do have some set pieces
Like the wedding dress.
on the tour. They have all the dresses, so I think all of the girls appreciate it. Because, like, I want to see what they wore.
I'm a guy. I'm not appreciating it.
Well, because you're looking at the figure. You're like, damn.
Not even that. Like quarter that ish. But I mean, no, it was really cool just to see all that stuff. I thought it was. That's
Well,
how
you
I
got
feel
to
was
see
cool.
like Aquafina's.
Yeah, it's Aquafina's like rabbit thing. I thought that was cool. I saw the infamous pink dress at Gemma. Astrid, because I know that name, how to pronounce that. Astrid.
The wedding dress did look pretty sick.
Yeah, the wedding dress and the way they
the
set
one
it
that
up.
she walked on the
Yeah.
water with.
Yeah, I was surprised, like, oh.
Man.
And the whole way they set it up was really cool. Like
Yeah.
they
They had like
it was like a
virtual
wedding.
water underneath the
Yeah.
dress to
No,
like.
it was real water, was it not?
I mean the movie is water.
Oh, I'm talking about. Oh, you're talking about this.
Where did you go? Where the hell did you
About the
go?
movie. I was like, no, they used real water in that movie. They didn't CGI the water.
Those are fake water
That's
particles.
not fake
Those are
water.
not- This is not
That was
water.
real water. I'm like defending. Why am I defending this?
There's no real running water
Yeah.
on those sound stages. That's what another thing that we learned
Yeah,
today.
no running water.
Yeah, if you guys ever watch like a TV show and they like turn on the water on set, it's like a hose, and there's no drain.
Yeah, it's have to recycle.
They,
right?
they have to make a makeshift drain, but underneath that part of the stage, there's a tub that collects the water.
And the production assistant has the shit
to empty
job
that
to
shit out.
empty it
Dump it.
to the other side, and then recycle the water. It's like fuck, dude. Much love to the production assistants, man. If you guys are out there hustling, hustle. We get it.
Do you and grind.
We get
Yeah.
it. We get it.
That's
Holy
what's up.
shit.
I think my favorite part though probably definitely was Batman.
Ooh.
Seeing the Batman.
Batman was sick.
The Batman cave? What would you call it? I don't want to like spoil
The
it.
back garage.
The Bat Garage. Bat
It
Garage.
was, if you're a Batman fan,
Definitely go.
shout out to Batman and Whiskey. Go follow them. They're like, she's all about Batman. That's
Okay.
Tiffany.
Those are two of my
Tiffany
favorite
Hahn.
things.
Batman and Whiskey. If you guys like Batman and Whiskey or any of those things, follow my good friend Tiffany Hahn from Texas. But she runs at Batman and Whiskey, that IGs. But yeah, anyways, going back to Batman, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, if you're like a Batman
The Bat
fan,
Sanctuary.
The Banctuary.
Sanctuary.
Sure.
I'll take the
I was
Sanctuary.
going to say that. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Not mad.
Banctuary.
The Punctuary.
What's your punctuary tomorrow?
Oh my god. Shut up. Shut up. You fucked it so I was like this. You fucking brought it down. Stupid.
This podcast is over. Thanks, guys, for...
Actually, the visual part might be over.
I mean, I don't
the
know.
visual part. But it's okay, because we can just fade it into
we'll just
a placeholder.
or something like that.
And they can still listen to us.
Roll credits or something.
Let's roll the credits.
Roll the credits. Roll the credits.
He's
It's
dead.
over. It's penis. It's over.
Zoom in on the dead
Watch
body.
the sequels.
Zoom in on the dead body. All right.
Dead body. Dead body. Look. Mom, look, dead body.
Old jokes. What was it? Yeah, the Batman thing was cool. What was it? What was the fastest Bat vehicle?
It was
Batgirl's
Batgirl's motorcycle.
Batgirl's motorcycle.
Clocked in at 180 miles per hour.
Fuck that.
Because it was based off like a drag race
180
motorcycle or something
miles per
like-
hour on a motorcycle?
Drag
Yeah.
race engine, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like you definitely want to wear a helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, you can see Tom Cruise. I don't think I've ever seen Tom Cruise wear a helmet. So I mean, Tom Cruise is not ride that thing because that's just.
Save it, Tom Cruise.
Just save it, Tom Cruise.
Save it, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise don't ride Batgirl's motorcycle. It's 100 miles per hour or 180, and I don't think I've ever seen him wear a helmet. So
Any final thoughts on the WB Studio Tour? Is it worth it
yeah,
to do it?
Well, technically, my tour was free, so yes.
she's not wrong.
Is it worth it, Mango?
I
Since you paid
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
I liked
first
it.
what you have to ask is it worth it? Am I worth it? Do I need to put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it?
It's your frippin' nipper rant rant. It's your frippin' nipper rant rant.
is that the real lyrics?
I mean,
Flipper rant rant.
That's
Flipper rant rant.
Yeah, listen to it.
I can't unhear it now. I'm
It's
gonna
your frippin' nipper rant rant.
Mama.
It's your frippin' nipper rant rant.
See?
The way he feels is the way I feel like right now.
Heart just
What
sank.
just-
Y'all didn't see
What
it.
just
Y'all didn't
happened?
see that
Like
coming.
what? I'm
Y'all didn't see
sorry.
that coming.
If you guys do end up here and are curious about the tour and kind of like on the fence about it, it's totally worth it. I think even for the price that Adrienne paid for our tickets, I think it was super worth it. But I think if you're not a huge fan of something that's already on television that's not produced by WB, which honestly isn't like a lot of good things out there, then you're just gonna appreciate like you'll be able to see like the hard work that people actually put into designing these sets, like the set design and how they put things together, how they have to set things up, how you like maneuver through sound stages, and just to see like so much versatility and stuff like that. It's super cool. And hopefully you have a really awesome tour guide over there. But a lot of the tour guides sound like they knew
They're
what they were
very
talking
enthusiastic.
about. Yeah.
As a video person, I guess, and person who's working production, just same thing as Kim, where it's like you seeing all that stuff in the back.
Yeah.
And how everything does, like I always gonna geek out. Like behind the scenes is super cool to me.
Oh yeah.
And even like a part of it too, it's like you don't really realize it, but so much stuff has WB on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when we walked in, it was like a giant the Lego movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that's WB. And then that kind of added more joy. I clearly, as you can tell, I'm the kid who likes animatics and Legos. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think definitely is worth it.
Yeah.
Good. I think it allows us to appreciate all the hard work behind the scenes
Yes.
that you see. Like, oh yeah, there's people behind the scenes. Now, when you actually go there and you see what the fuck they do, it's like, dude. So.
I mean, like the work doesn't stop. Like it was pouring rain earlier, and people are like
and they were just
loading,
going.
unloading.
Still
Like
loading,
you have
unloading, shooting shit.
The
Everything.
caterers are like rushing in, trying to not get their stuff wet.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
one of the biggest things too. Is like food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Oh, actually, they did mention about in the All-American scene where they were talking about how hot it gets in there.
95 degrees.
It can get like up to
that.
95 degrees Fahrenheit inside one of those rooms.
Just changing the lighting.
Yeah, just with all the lighting and shit like that they
Then you
have.
gotta have stand-ins to position. You gotta stand there while the
So you don't get
the
you don't pass
actor like
out.
chills out in the trailer.
Yeah, so their makeup doesn't like sweat off and all that other shit. But yeah, or even just the process of like picking how like the set design. I was
Yeah,
talking
for
about
sure.
like going from set dressing to it being a prop.
Mhm.
Of like they have to go in and then we saw that one room too where they were where they had to build the sets and then they
the workshop. Right?
yeah
That
and
one?
it's built twice, so it's built to scale so that the actual like set itself is put together, so like wooden nails and all that other stuff,
Right.
and then it gets deconstructed and it gets put on like these carts so that they can either get shipped to another soundstage or on location, and then they rebuild the set and put it back together.
So much.
That is fucking crazy.
And then David mentioned was that the one position was it the screenwriter for if a drama show, like.
Oh, if you're the
50
screenwriter and an executive producer.
60 to 90 hours a week.
60, 90 hours a week, and for like 50 weeks of the year.
Yeah, you only get 1 week off for Thanksgiving and 1 week off for Christmas.
And then you're back to it. Like,
damn.
Mad love and respect. But he even though you're doing a lot of work, what our tour guy said was like, yeah, you're doing a lot of work, but
if you
after
love it.
after you take a break,
Yeah.
you're right back to
Yeah,
that's what you
it's
love
like
to
the
do.
coolest thing to do. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I really love the emphasis on it's like, yeah, you see like you can name 5-6 characters from the movie from the show, but that's not what the show is about. The show is like the 100 people you don't see backstage, and
Yeah.
there's a huge emphasis on that, and I love that, especially being in production, like mad love and appreciation on that.
It's
So.
good.
Super. Also, I think like the icing on the cake for this whole tour was just being able to call Austin Dad the whole time.
Shut
Oh,
up.
we did. We
Oh
called
my
Dad.
god.
Austin
You
Dad.
guys
That was hilarious.
suck. So stupid. So stupid.
We have this running joke this whole trip while we're down here in Burbank for Adrienne to go through American Ninja Warrior, but we've just been calling Austin Dad the whole time because he's like driving us around. He's like doing all this random shit, and it's funny because when we're trying to get his attention and he's not looking, he's like looking at his phone or something like that. We'll be like, Austin, and he won't turn around. We'll be like, Dad. And he looks.
instantly.
Can't do that.
Oh, why'd
my
you turn around?
God.
So, why did you turn
I
around
don't
so
know.
quick when you say
I don't
that?
know. I really don't. Like I don't know why it reacted, but it did. It's so stupid. And then like Giselle, like my wife is like
This is the
reinforcing it,
best
like seeing it on the stories that we're eating breakfast, and she's like, "Oh, did Dad have enough eggs?" I was like, "God damn, stop."
See, so your wife is perpetuating it. So I think therefore it becomes acceptable.
That's an okay go.
That is.
Right.
It is allowed now. It is now allowed.
Right, Dad?
Shut up. Shut up. All right, I'm ending this episode.
I think we're gonna get grounded.
All right. Well,
my dad's making me do my chores now.
with that being said, that was a great tour. Definitely worth it. You guys want to go?
3-hour tour.
Definitely do
A
it.
Yeah, it's
3-hour
3 hours. It's
tour.
3 hours. So
Yeah, take your time.
block that.
Block that out. It's a good whole afternoon thing.
Also know that you have to get off the tram because
Oh yeah, there was like this like family that didn't want to get off, and it's like, dude.
he's like, I can't leave anybody on the tram. So like when
Yeah, I'm
we
gonna
parked
stay. Bro, just go.
and we had to get off the tram to go to the sanctuary.
They didn't want to walk.
They did, yeah. They
Was that
did.
what they
And
didn't
then she
wanna
just
walk?
sat down the whole time, and I was like, "Look where you are!"
Like
Like,
they don't get it. They don't
Nah.
want to
Yeah,
get it.
it's like going to a theme park and like not wanting to walk.
exactly.
It's like, dude, that doesn't work like that.
Yeah. You might as well just not go. Why waste your time? Why waste your money? For them, it wasn't worth it. I bet.
No.
For us,
It was totally
totally,
worth it.
fun.
You want to
fucking
nerd out of all that
worth
shit?
it.
Go
Totally
out.
fucking.
It's a good
worth
workout
it.
so you
Oh
can
my
walk a
god.
lot.
Oh my god.
It was a lot of
I love
walking.
friends.
I love lamp.
Okay,
I
with
love-
that note, this is Coach
love
Austin
them. Dad.
coming to
I
you
love him.
from Burbank, California, with your Nerd Out and Workout
Universal
podcast
City.
with Coach Kilo
Hi.
and Mango.
Hey.
And we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and
Don't
subscribe.
forget to like, comment, subscribe. all
Hit the bell
things,
down
super
below
fast.
if you want to be updated every time we upload a new podcast or video, wherever this is going.
Yes, everyone to the world.
It really helps out, right? That's what they say. Oh, thumbs up
Thumbs up.
if you like this
Give us a
podcast or video.
Yes.
If you don't like it, hit the
Rate
thumbs
us-
button
rate
twice.
us on iTunes, please.
Yes, please. Give us the rating.
Okay, love you.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye bye.